are the 3 reasons why I feel Chelsea cannot win the league. You know, I've been saying this thing a long time ago that there are reasons why Chelsea cannot win the league at all. And we've been saying it ever since, but these are the major 3 reasons. What we've seen so far. Even Chelsea fans, they will agree with me. You know, if you come to my channel and you watch one of my videos, I actually dissect and explained reasons why Chelsea cannot win the league. But I want to make it open and broad so you understand what I mean. I'm not trying to say to make Chelsea feel bad or anything, but this is the truth. For a start, Chelsea does not have a goal threat. Number 1 reason why they cannot win the league at all. They don't have a goal threat. Apart from Cole Palmer, there's no goal threat. João Pedro is not firing. He came to the Club World Cup. It gave Chelsea an impression that he can score goals. Dilap came, I can score goals, but that Dilap is injured and João Pedro has no identity at the moment. João Pedro does not know how to score. It's affecting Chelsea, and when you don't score goals, you cannot win matches. Especially when it comes to the Premier League. It's a long league, 38 matches, plus Carabao Cup and FA Cup and all. If you cannot score goals, you cannot win the league. And it's obvious right now with Chelsea. They are seeing it right now. There's no goal scoring threat in front. You know, number 2 reason why I feel Chelsea cannot win it. Number 2, see, it is very important for you to know that every reason, step by step, I'm trying to explain it to you. You know, I'm not trying to make Chelsea feel bad or anything. But number 2 reason that there's no leadership. Apart from Rich James in front, in midfield, no leadership. You cannot tell me that Enzo Fernandez is a leader that can lead the whole midfield. There's no leadership. They don't have an actual, when they had Thiago Silva, few brief seasons ago, there's a leader there. They don't have a leadership in the game, in the field. Bunch of young players just trying to succeed. There's no leader. They need a leader. You cannot tell me, not even Enzo Maresca. Maresca is not a leader. He's just a coach. It doesn't mean having a coach, having a manager, having a leader. When you watch coaches like Pep Guardiola, Ancelotti, Ferguson back then, these are not just coaches or managers. These are leaders. Enzo Maresca is not a leader. So they don't have a leader in the field there. They play how they feel like. They don't have who controls them, who control the atmosphere inside the field. They don't have that. Number 3 is why I feel, and that this is a major reason. Chelsea doesn't have an identity in the play. You don't know if their gameplay is winged or in the midfield or probably, long balls. There's no identity. There's no gameplay. You just want to enter the field, play 1 or 2 balls, maybe score a goal or something, but there's no identity. When you watch Arsenal, when it's time for them to play haram football, there's haram. When it's time for Arteta to hold the ball, play with the midfield, Eze, Odegaard, Rice and all. When it's time to make, dashing runs from the side, Saka, Madueke, Trossard, Martinelli, but Chelsea does not have an identity when it comes to that particular play. They just want to launch the ball in. Most times, see, missing Cole Palmer is a problem. That's for sure, because Cole Palmer gives Chelsea a whole different identity when he is on the pitch. You feel that it gives Chelsea a different flow, a different, atmosphere whenever he is on the pitch. That's Cole Palmer. But when you take out Cole Palmer on the midfield, no identity. I don't see when it comes to Enzo Fernandez. I don't know where he plays. He's a midfielder, but I really don't know how he plays. He's just there. Caicedo, we know Caicedo is one of the best DM in the world at the moment. So he tackles, wins the ball, give it to Enzo Fernandez. What does Enzo Fernandez do with the ball? Most times, this is what is starting strikers. Pedro, there's no, service for João Pedro. For Dilap, there's no service. So there's the identity must come either from the midfield or from the wings. You don't have Modric anymore to make those runs for you. Pedro Neto, I don't know his style of play, but he's just there. Extavio, the boy is still growing in England. It's not easy, but there's no identity. So when you don't have these 3 things in the Premier League, you cannot win a league. So I don't know, Chelsea fans will agree with me. Chelsea cannot win the league with that mentality. Ciao, ciao.